everyone, and welcome to today's webinar, How to Craft a Memorable, Powerful Closing, the ending of your presentation. And the terminology I often use is nail your ending. The thing is, the last words you say, by definition, are the most recent that I will remember, the most recent words that you've said. And then you stop speaking, you leave, I leave. Those last words, your conclusion, your ending, are freshest in our mind. It's called the rule of recency. So in closing a speech, it's important that we create memorable, impactful, and lasting impressions. Good morning, everyone. Peter Dew's my name, and I am passionate in helping you be more effective and more confident in your public speaking skills. Let's get started. And we will whiz through these fairly quickly, and it could be that we end up a little bit early, but that's okay. So share. All right, underway. So crafting a memorable message. As always with my webinars, I ask you to ask questions, to type in any comments, to even share your own experiences via the chat or the question box. I'm hoping chat and questions seems to have disappeared, but certainly the chat is still there. So feel free to put in any comments with chats. Take notes. And as I mentioned, I do record these webinars. So if you need to review anything, feel free to send us an email and we'll make the recording available. We also upload them to YouTube on my YouTube channel. And most importantly, the last one is think. Think about your next presentation. How are you going to end it to make it more impactful, more powerful, more memorable? Let's get started. So I've got 6 strategies to 6 different ways, 6 different strategies to nail your ending. So the first one is have a call to action. So this is ending your speech by asking people to do something. We call it a call to action. So if you only do one thing today, so when you leave this seminar, please go and. Now I'm going to use a couple of examples throughout this webinar. One will be a financial seminar, financial planning seminar. Another one will be a health and lifestyle seminar. Let's say these are the 2 different scenarios. Now, before I go on, a quick disclaimer. I am not a financial planner. So nothing of what I'm sharing with you is to be perceived as financial advice. I am a health professional, but this is not a health seminar. So anything I say relating to health or call to actions, I'm not giving this as advice, so please do not do it. It's just examples, hypothetical examples of how to end a presentation in those 2 areas. So call to action, let's say you are a health professional. So as we've learned today, small changes can lead to a big transformation in your health. I encourage you to take the first step by committing to one healthy habit this week. Whether it's drinking more water, whether it's walking for 30 minutes, whether it's changing your diet, having a wholesome meal, but start today. Let this be the beginning of your journey to a healthy and fulfilling life. Call to action from a health seminar, a health presentation. Let's now put on the financial planner hat. I'm not a financial planner. Call to action. As we've explored today, taking control of your financial future begins with you and small, deliberate steps. So I encourage each of you to schedule a free consultation with our financial planners before you leave this seminar. Together, we can make a plan for you so that your dreams your ideal retirement can be a reality. We've got a QR code on the website. There's a sign up form up the back. Please book your first free financial consultation today. Don't do that. I don't have a QR code. I don't have a sign up form. Call to action. Ask people to do something. When I work in the mining sector, there's different safety messages. One of them might be around snake activity and risk of snake bite in the Pilbara in particular. 40-degree days, 45-degree days, snake activity increases. So if you only do one thing today, after this meeting, please go back and review your snake bite first aid policy. Immobilize, apply pressure, and then immobilize. If you only do one thing, go back and review your snake bite first aid policy. Call to action. A classic way of ending a presentation. Elevate your core message and ask people to do something. By the way, the reverse of a strong ending, of nailing your ending, is what I call a soft landing, and it might end like this. Thanks, everyone. It's been a lovely, lovely day. I've really enjoyed my time with you, and I hope that possibly I'll see you on a future webinar. Thanks, everyone. It's been really, really nice. Thank you. Nice, polite, but no value to you. Just me saying platitudes of thank you without elevating and strengthening the core message. Second way of ending is you can summarize your key points. So you can say things like, so to recap what we've covered today. So the three things that I mentioned today, the key takeaways today have been, once again, let me share some examples from a health seminar and then from a financial seminar. And by the way, you can use those nice thank yous, but I'd bring it forward before the end. So let me demonstrate. So thank you for participating in today's webinar. I love sharing my ideas and my passions with you. And my hope is that you walk away with one or two things. But remember, today we have explored three pillars of a healthier life. That is having a good balanced diet. First thing. Second thing, staying active with exercise, an exercise regime, whether it's walking, whether it's a gym. And thirdly, taking care of your mental well-being. Mental health is so important, whether that's through rest, sleep, mindfulness, meditation. These are just habits, but they're the foundation of a vibrant and fulfilling life. So by focusing on a good diet, exercise, and good mental well-being, you can unlock your potential through a healthy lifestyle. Summary, three things. Financial planner hat. Today, we've covered the essential steps for you building a strong and viable financial plan. First, we discussed the importance of setting clear and actionable goals, clarity of what you want to achieve. Secondly, we spoke about the importance of budgeting and saving, having money left over. If you don't have any money left over, then financial planning becomes very difficult. So budgeting and making sure you have some money left over. And finally, we delved into smart investing, good returns, low risk. So if you follow those three things, have a plan, make sure you have a budget where there is some surplus for you, and finally some smart investing, those three plans, those three steps will ensure that you achieve the financial future that you desire, that you deserve. Summary of your key points. You can end with an inspiring quote, a quotation. Need to be a little bit careful with quotes. Make sure the quote is relevant and by someone reputable. And the quote should encapsulate what your core message is. Just saying a famous, interesting quote that's not that doesn't emphasize or really nail your ending, that doesn't amplify your message, then it may detract from your core message. So the quote must match and mirror what you've been saying during your presentation. Once again, the two examples that I'm going to share with you. First of all, the health message. So let me leave you with some powerful words from Hippocrates. Hippocrates, the father of medicine, the Hippocratic Oath. He said, health is the greatest of human blessings. Health is the greatest of human blessings. Without health, everything else becomes secondary. So every choice you make today shapes the health, the person you are tomorrow. So please start to prioritize your health. Health, health, your health is the greatest of human blessings. My financial planner hat. So as we conclude today, and thank you very much for listening and paying attention, but as we conclude today, I want to share with you a quote from Warren Buffett, the number one financial investor over the last 50, 60 years. Warren Buffett is in his 90s and still seems to be able to manage a portfolio that outperforms any other market. And what Warren Buffett said was, do not save what is left after spending, but spend what is left after saving. And this is simple wisdom. And it reminds us that our financial plan, our financial freedom relies on investing, planning to have money left over so that we can invest for our financial well-being. So rather than invest what's left after you've spent, invest first and then spend what's left over after investing. So that was a quote from Warren Buffett and a quote from Hippocrates, two powerful quotes that can help you nail your ending. In my area of public speaking expertise, I often quote Winston Churchill. Remember, Winston Churchill said, if you can stand up and speak to a group of people, then you have one of the most powerful skills known to human beings. How might you end your presentation? What quote could you use that's going to be relevant? Are you going to summarize? Are you going to do a call to action? Are you going to end with a quote? Circle back to your beginning. We sometimes call this closing the loop. And people say stuff right up front. They grab people's attention, then they give the content, and then they come back to the beginning. So restating the key idea, coming back to where you started. And one of the strategies I use in teaching public speaking, it's called topping and tailing. So where your opening statement, your opening hypothesis, your opening call to action, and your closing statement, your closing summary, basically say the same thing, topping and tailing. And it means the core message is contained within that narrow field of your opening and your beginning. Examples of circling back. Health seminar. At the start of this presentation, I asked you to imagine what your life would be if you were healthier, if you were free from any worries. Now, as we close, I want you to hold on to that vision and know that it is within your reach. The tools we discussed today are here to help you bring that vision, that healthier you, that vibrant you, that energetic you, to help bring that vision to life. Circling back to where we started. Financial planning hat. When we started this session today, I asked you to imagine the life you wanted to live in 10, 15, 20 years' time. A life free from financial stress, a life full of opportunities, a life full of financial independence. Now, as we wrap up, I hope that you can see that achieving that vision is possible, that with the right tools that we shared with you today and a solid plan, you can achieve that. But the journey starts today with the choices you make. And I'm here to help you take the first steps towards turning your dreams into the reality that you were dreaming about. So in using the circle back, you've got to also craft your opening to enable you to circle back and link the two together. Any comments? Drop them in the chat. The next strategy for closing your presentation is to use a rhetorical question. What will you do differently starting tomorrow? What would you do if you found yourself in this situation? I don't need an answer, but I want you to go into your mind and to think about it. And this is the art of rhetoric, the art of the rhetorical question. My two scenarios again, health professional, health seminar. What if a year from now you could look back and say, that was the moment everything changed for my health? What if you could be stronger, happier, more energized than ever before? The choice to start is yours. I don't need an answer to that question. What if? And then we did the rhetorical question. Let's do another rhetorical question from the financial planning perspective. Imagine. So rather than what if, I'm going to use imagine. Imagine this. 10 years from now, you'll be looking back and feel proud of the financial decisions you made today. Will you be living the life you envisioned, free from worry, free from any financial difficulties, and living your full potential? The choices you make now determine the answers to those questions, and the best time to start is today. Rhetorical questions. And number 6, and final strategy. There are other strategies if you want to Google, look around, but 6 that I share in my workshops, 6 that I would recommend people try and use. One of them is end with a powerful statement or a challenge. Similar to a call to action, but it's a little bit stronger in the statement. Let me start with a financial planning one. Your financial future is not decided by chance. It's not because of good luck. It's determined by the actions you take today. So I challenge you to just take one bold step this week, one bold step, whether it's creating the budget or setting up an emergency fund for when things go wrong, or whether it's scheduling that first investment consultation. One thing, commit to your future, because the greatest investment you'll ever make is in yourself. Once again, this is not financial advice. Do not do anything I'm saying. Let's put on the health hat again. You're probably aware of this, but your health is your most valuable asset. And you have the power to protect and enhance your health starting right now. I challenge you to choose one positive change and stick with it for 30 days. Maybe it's walk 30 minutes, do it for 30 days. Maybe it's go to low carb diet and do that for 30 days. Maybe it's do meditation at the end or the beginning of every day, but make it a habit and do it for 30 days and prove to yourself that you can transform your life one step at a time. There are 6 ideas in which you can nail your ending. Is there one that resonates with you? Can I get you to just drop it in the chat? Which of those 6 strategies do you feel you could use to end your next presentation, to nail your ending? Is it a call to action? Is it summarize key points? Is it use an inspiring quote? If you only do one, Sir Winston Churchill said, circle back to the beginning, we're closing the loop. Rhetorical question, imagine, or a powerful statement or challenge to you at the end. Which model, which method can you use to end your next presentation? All right. You know how to reach me. I love to support you beyond this webinar, webinars in the future. You've got my email, got my phone number, my website. Any other ideas you would like information on, let me know. I'll probably do a webinar in the future on how to start your presentation. So 6, 7 strategies to open strong. And the opening is almost as important as the closing. What would you like to hear about in the next free webinar that I deliver? The next webinar will be in January. Date not set as yet, but keep an eye on the website and we will email you through our newsletter coming up in December's newsletter and also January's newsletter. I think it's going to be mid-January, 15th, 16th, allowing people to get back to work. Thanks, everyone.